Well, in the merry month of May, now from me home I started, left the girls in two, and nearly broken-hearted saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, me grief and tears to smothered enough to reap the corn and leaf, for I was born, got a stout blackthorn, the banished ghost and goblins, a brand new pair of brogues to rot the love of the bogs and frighten all the dogs on the rocky road. It's a double of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn them down the rocky road, and all the ways to double and Macfallaldy-da. In Mullingar that night I rested limbs so weary, started by daylight next morning light, and there he took a drop of the pure to keep me heart and drink, and that's the paddy's cure. When there he's on for drinking, they hear the lassie smile, laughing all the while at me curious style to touch a heart above, and they asked me was I hired in wages I required till I was almost tired of the rocky road. It's a double and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn them down the rocky road, and all the way to Dublin and Macfallaldy-da. In Dublin next arrived, I thought it such a pity to be so soon deprived of view of that fine city. Then I took a stroll all among the quality bundle it was stowel in a neat locality. Something crossed me mind when I looked behind, no bundle could I find upon me stick. Go on inquiring after the rogue, said me Conneth brogue, it wasn't much in vogue on the rocky road. To Dublin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn them down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin Macfallaldy-da. From there I got away, me spirits never failing, landed on the quay just as the ship was sailing. Captain at me road said that no room had he. When I jumped aboard a cabin found for Paddy, down among the pigs, did some hearty rigs, I played some hearty jigs, the water round me bubbling. When I fully head, I wished myself was dead, or better far instead. On the rocky road to Dublin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin Macfallaldy-da. The boys of Liverpool, when we safely landed, called myself the fool. I could no longer stand it, blood began to boil. Templar I was new as and poor old Aaron's Isle. They began abusing harami, so says I'm shillelagh, I'll apply. Galway boys were by, and so I was a hobbling with the lower hooray, the joy and in the affray. Quickly clear the way for the rocky road to Dublin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to Dublin Macfallaldy-da.
I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol and then I drew my sabre, saying stand and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver. Musheringham Duranda, what fall the daddy-o, what fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore she never would betray me. The devil take the women, for they never can be easy.
Musheringham Duranda, what fall the daddy-o, what fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went up to my chamber, all for to take a slumber. I dreamt of golden jewels, boys, and sure it was no wonder. But Jenny took my charges and she filled them up with water, then sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Musheringham Duranda, what fall the daddy-o, what fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Next day as I was leaving, was early in the morning, the captain and his soldiers came at me with a warning. I then produced my pistol, she stole away my sabre. I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken.
Musheringham Duranda, what fall the daddy-o, what fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I'd like to find my brother, he's the one that's in the army. I don't know where he's stationed, is it Cork or in Killarney? Together we'll go riding o'er the mountains of Kilkenny. Oh, I know he'll treat me better than my darling sporting Jenny. Musheringham Duranda, what fall the daddy-o, what fall the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. the morning bright and early. Mushroom down down. What fall the daddy-o? What fall the daddy-o? There's a whiskey in the jar. Mushroom down down. What fall the daddy-o? What fall the daddy-o? There's a whiskey in the jar.
Roshedaba Hawalya, O Roshedaba Hawalya, O Roshedaba Hawalya, and Misher Huktan Tauring, Shedaba Haban Balin, Volta Beor Grash, to Behinye, Vingal New Hebra, Self Melach, to Til Dalashna. O Roshenaba Hawalya, O Roshenaba Hawalya, O Roshenaba Hawalya, and Mishal Haktam Tauri. Agran Yuela Tril Harsalya, Ogligarm Halay Malharda, Galit Fanish Nigolna Spani. Skorfeed Roiker Goliv. O Roshedaba Hawalya, O Roshedaba Hawalya, O Roshedaba Hawalya, and Misher Huktam Tauri. Avweilarina Vatko Vechim, Einok Bjorn Eagle Shaftim, Ranuel Guzmila Goshgyok. A forgot final Goliv. O Roshedaba Hawalya, O Roshedaba Hawalya, O Roshedaba Hawalya, and Misher Huktam Tauri. O Roshedaba Hawalya, O Roshedaba Hawalya, O Roshedaba Hawalya, and Misher Huktam Tauri.
The gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and And down behind the fountain, those were happy days in so many, many ways. In the town I loved so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called women from Cregan, the moor and the bog, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, fed the children and then trained the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride in the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember the day that I earned my first pay, when I played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. For I'd learned about life, and I'd found a wife in the town I loved so well. But when I returned, how my eyes have burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damned barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their tanks and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I loved so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for their spirit's been bruised, never broken. They will not forget, but their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I love so well. Town in the county down one morning last July. Down a Boreen Green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a winsome elf, I'm ashamed of myself for to see I was staring there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry's Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, sure I scratched me head, and I looked with the feeling rare. And I says I to a passer-by, who's the maid with the nut brown hair. Well, he looked at me and he said to me, that's a gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry's Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. She'd soft brown eyes with a look so shy and a smile like the rose in June. And she sang so sweet, what a lovely treat, as she lilted an Irish tune. At the Lambeth dance I was in a trance as she whirled with the lads of the town. And it broke me heart just to be apart from the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry's Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. Fair she'll be surely there, so I'll dress in me Sunday clothes, with me shoes shone bright and me hat cocked right for a smile from the nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, and me plough was a rust colour brown. And a smiling bride by me own fireside says the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry's Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry's Cay, from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the fair Colleen that I met in the county down. Time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went in O'Haggerty's pub, for we're a jolly crew. We all went in O'Haggerty's just to have a drink or two. O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went in O'Leary's pub, for we're a jolly crew. We all went in O'Leary's just to have a drink or two. O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went in McCleary's pub, for we're a jolly crew. We all went in McCleary's just to have a drink or two. McCleary's, O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went in McMillan's pub, for we were a jolly crew. We all went in McMillan's just to have a drink or two. McMillan's, McCleary's, O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went into Dillon's pub, for we're a jolly crew. We all went into Dillon's just to have a drink or two. Dillon's, McQuillan's, McCleary's, O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went into Cafferty's pub, for we're a jolly crew. We all
just to have a drink or two.
Rafferty's, Cafferty's, Dillons, McQuillans, McCleary's, O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's, and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went into Gilligan's pub for beer, a jolly crew. We all went into Gilligan's just to have a drink or two. Gilligan's, Rafferty's, Cafferty's, Dillons, McQuillans, McCleary's, O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's, and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went into Milligan's pub for we're a jolly crew. We all went into Milligan's just to have a drink or two. Milligan's, Gilligan's, Rafferty's, Cafferty's, Dillons, McQuillans, McCleary's, O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's, and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew.
We all went into Flanagan's pub for we're a jolly crew. We all went into Flanagan's just to have a drink or two.
Flanagan's, Milligans, Gilligan's, Rafferty's, Cafferty's, Dillons, McQuillans, McCleary's, O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's, and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew. We all went into Lanigan's pub for we're a jolly crew. We all went into Lanigan's for a final drink or two. Lanigan's, Flanagan's, Milligans, Gilligan's, Rafferty's, Cafferty's, Dillons, McQuillans, McCleary's, O'Leary's, O'Haggerty's, Kitty McGee's, and Dublin town upon the crawl. A hell of a time was had by all, down where the beer and whiskey flew.
Is fein gan breid og ser anna heidish heivla cool canna na ein go shok so gasak ma heishog leigan grun
My son goes soaked on hold alone. Samaran go dog der krona moa. Taren down, let's lassen alone. Ek taring a chown or gown er cold.
A rasa sa grain got leigan ron Ni tasha the rainy hain fenon A bara na grave ag Janus gold Nak fada be gaelin gavin blowing
My son goes soaked on hold and kjol. Samaran go dog der krona dron. Taren down, let's lassen alone. Ek taring a chown or gown lejon.
Is an of done margin at our fucking knee. Not when I'm Khanaha, Gafari Kashis, Mariaka Dalaha, Ekfarid the Hir, and Waka and Nara, garden the sleep.
My son goes soaked on bones your vein. Samaran go dog der krona lee. Taren alone, ek skalten the down. Ek taring a chown or gown van veen.
Achtina the will vila vine a greyag, Orima tree mere lie the red. The millet lee is brawled plain, Origon vilan butter he hain.
My son goes soaked on full again. Samaran go dog der krona drain. Taren down, let's lassen alone. Ek taring a chown or gown le fair. My son goes soaked on full again. Samaran go dog der krona drain. Taren down, let's lassen alone. Ek taring a chown or gown le fair.
kind friends and companions, come join me in rhyme. Come lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Come lift up your voices, all grief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again. Here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again. Here's a health to the dear lass that I love so well. For her style and her beauty, sure none can excel. There's a smile on her countenance as she sits on my knee. There's no man in this wide world as happy as me. Here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again. Our ship lies at anchor, she's ready to dock. I wish her safe landing without any shock. If ever I should meet you by land or by sea, I will always remember your kindness to me. Here's a health to the company, and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again.
In 1916, the forces of the crown to take the orange, white and green bombarded Dublin town. But in 21, Britannia's sons were forced to earn their pay. And the black and tans like lightning ran from the rifles of the IRA. They burned their way through Munster and laid Leinster on the rack. In Connacht and in Ulster marched the men of brown and black. They shot down wives and children in their own heroic way. And the black and tans like lightning ran from the rifles of the IRA. Kevin Barry High, a lad of 18 years. Cork City's flames lit up the sky, but the brave boys knew no fear. The Cork Brigade with hand grenades in ambush waiting lay. And the black and tans like lightning ran from the rifles of the IRA. The tans were got, taken out and shot by the brave and the valiant few. Sean Tracy, Denny Lacey and Tom Barry's gallant crew. Though we're not free yet, we won't forget until our dying day. Lightning ran from the rifles of the IRA.
where the Lyle drums did beat. Their loving English feet they walked all over us. And every single night when me da would come home tight, he'd invite the neighbours out with this chorus. Come on, shake like and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Come, let us hear you tell how you slandered great Parnell when you taught them well and truly persecuted. What are the sneers and jeers that you loudly let us hear when our leaders of 16 were executed? Come out, shibboleth and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. You slew them all Arabs 2 by 2. Like the Zulus they had spears, a bow and arrows. Oh bravely you faced one with your 16-pound gun, and you frightened them damn natives to the marrow. Come out, shibboleth and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. The time is coming fast, and I think this day is near, when each Shoning traitor he will run before us. And if there'll be a need, well our kids will say Godspeed with a verse up two of singing this fine chorus. Come out, shibboleth and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. Come out, shibboleth and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killishandra. As down the glen one Easter morn to a city fair rode I. There are lines of marching men in squadrons pass me by. No pipes did hum, no battle drum that sound its loud tattoo. But the Angelus bell or the Liffey swell rang out in the foggy dew. Right proudly high over Dublin town they flung out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die neath an Irish sky than at Suvla or Sudelbor. And from the plains of Royal Mead strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's sons with their great big guns sailed in through the foggy dew. The night fell black and the rifles cracked, made perfidious Albion reel. Mid the laden wain 7 tongues of flame did shine o'er the lines of steel. By each shining blade a prayer was said that to Ireland the songs be true. When the morning broke, still the war flag shook out its fold in the foggy dew. 'Twas England bade
bide our wild geese go, that small nations might be free. But their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves on the fringe of the great North Sea. Oh, had they died by Pearse's side or fought with Caldroy, their names we would keep where the Fenians sleep, in the shroud of the foggy dew. Oh, the bravest fell and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear, for those who died at Eastertide in the springtime of the year. Oh, while the world did gaze with deep amaze at those fearless men but few, who bore their fight that the freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew. Back through the glen I rode again, my heart with grief was sore, for I parted with those gallant men whom I'll never see no more. But to and fro in my dreams I go, and I kneel and I pray for you, for slavery fled, oh glorious dead, when you fell in the foggy dew.
Shoddy Faktaja Doan Ogli Karamach Brewer Kyover Arjun Shah Crow Guguahatash Some Spergo Mean Rail Kogak Bishfun were Fabrak Shin Hungla Scutchin were Glare of Chiak Dunla Fakyun Yar Cave Na hebar so shall of Canioran of Vay Shin Allegra foil a taffy all again Windar's loa our tender on me gun Faith with face here Shinshir fasta Ni aker von shir anach von troi Anach a himsa varn well Leganar gilhon wash no sail The gunnash greg Vilawak no biler Shall of cani or on the way Kush bantare Ardis lev baho harshen shiroven Eglawa kutrim van sabra shen Taho sahego shota Baho as rio dargen nahi Ganum pul shiro emir shar Shomarid Begun yanot shal of kanyi oran Shin Allegra foil a taffy all again Windar's loa our tender on Eglin Favorite face here Shinshir fasta Niaker von Shiran control Anaka himself hard will Leganar Gilhon wash no sin Laguna shrek Wilawak no biler Shall of Kani or